make sure you got your strap tight. You a bitch, so is that nigga that you act like. Don't want smoke, I ain't gonna fight. I don't want this gold up on my wrist, I want them diamonds on me glistening. If you ain't talking money, motherfucker, I ain't listening. Niggas gotta die to get some fucking recognition. You don't get respect if you ain't toting no piston, nigga, listen. We both bleed, but we ain't the same. I know real shooters can't be fucking with no lane. Yeah, you want the money and I know you want the fame, but you can't have that shit if you don't even know the game. I'm just saying, call me to the boss, you the middleman.
Hey y'all.
Hola.
Hello, hello.
Back at it again with another Poly Daily Talk. I'm Des.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Rose.
And today we're talking about what we want to see in a fourth wife.
Qualities.
Yeah, what qualities we want to see in a fourth wife, or what we're looking for, more or less, as a whole and individually. Who wants to start?
I say, so what are your qualities?
I don't know. I don't really have too many like stern, like, what were we talking about the other day? Non-negotiables. I just have like, I want somebody fun, somebody that I don't know, chemistry is everything to me. So I feel like with that, I kind of get to liking somebody, even if it's not exactly what I'm looking for. If it like makes sense, it makes sense for me personally. So
basically, you have to like build that bond and connection with someone to start to actually like them. You don't say like, oh, this person needs this and this and this and this to be.
Yeah, I mean, preferably, somebody who wants the same things, obviously, as us future-wise.
But there has to be like some specification and like that you like in a person, You can't just say, oh, I don't really like me, because people are going to be like, what do you mean though?
Like, what qualities do you look for in somebody you date, male or female?
Because
there's something you like.
Somebody comes in, you got to be more specific with it.
But that's
that Gemini shit.
No, because that is a Gemini thing. I'm really adaptable, so like I can adapt to a lot of different personalities and a lot of different people. So like, and I'm very understanding as well. So even if we're not the same, we didn't come from the same background, we don't do the same thing. If we could find a middle ground and we could like, get along and like find something, even if it's not like physically something that we can relate on, if we can relate like mentally, like I said, if we all have the same goals, even if they do things different than I would in any category, it makes me like you. I just want you to be you, like, you know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
Like that's what I'm looking for, I guess. Authenticity and just like genuine, like a genuine loving person, and somebody, with their head on right, who more or less like, knows what they want. And hopefully, well, I'm not gonna say hopefully, if they want to be here, you would feel that and you would know that for the most part. So I don't know, that's what I'm looking for.
Qualities I look for in a person would be, for sure, I need someone who's gonna make me laugh. Like, that's one thing that I personally like. You gotta be funny, caring, loving. I'm emotional, but I'm not, so very compassionate in that sense. Other than that, I totally agree with her, like authenticity, like just be yourself. I've always, all my life, used to say, like, just be you. That's where we get the best of you, who you truly are as a person, and we get to see, the good and your bad side, All that other, pretend to be this and pretend to be that, like eventually that, you can't pretend for too long. So yeah, that's what I look for. For sure though, like, you gotta be funny. I love to laugh, and build, like a nice bond. As long as it's genuine, that's all that matters. And I know, babe, what he looks for sure. He wants someone to have be an artist, can sing,
somebody
social media savvy, creative, which I agree with all of that as well too. But like I said, we all have our different if I had to really pinpoint on what I need or what I would not want in a person is a lot of compassion and for you to be funny. And I love someone who can dance, so that right there, I'll be like, as long as we have a genuine connection and we get along, that can take you so far in a relationship. And again, goals, of course, and building a family together. Someone that's very family oriented. I'm very family oriented. Family is everything to me. So that's another qualification that we would need in our fourth.
Well,
she came out with a list
me on the other hand, I do agree with the ladies. I feel like we do need somebody that's loving and family orientated because that's just the general future that we're looking to. It goes back to the first point she made. As long as you're on the goals, bless you, on the goals that we have to achieve in the future, and children and family are part of that. So if you don't like that, that's not going to be a good fit, just being honest. For me personally, as a woman, I feel like I want somebody patient and loving and affectionate and communicative, like even in the good and the bad. Like when you know somebody is going through something, I want you to be able to relate. And even if you can't, try to understand and empathize. I feel like people aren't compassionate and empathetic nowadays, and that's rare to find in male or female. And I feel like that's how you build a bond with somebody, because when you show somebody consideration and you show care, that's how you're able to build that chemistry, build that bond, and build that love together, because it shows that you care for one another, And I feel like any person that is here in general, if you're present, that means you want to be here. If you didn't, then you wouldn't be here, right? Like, so clearly, if you're present, that means there's a part of you that wants to be there. I also feel like personally, I like somebody musically inclined, and I like me an adrenaline junkie. I want to do spontaneous stuff. Take me out to the beach late at night. Okay, we're going through some shit, or life is lifing. Let's go do something, put a smile on each other's face. I also need somebody affectionate, because personally, I've never really been able to freely express myself affectionately throughout my life, and this relationship changed my world by being able to show me how to do that. And I feel like having another woman that is more patient, because I'm not at the level of bisexuality that they're at, that would be more patient and understanding, to me is like, that would make me fall in love with a person, because that's something that I crave, and I don't know how to go about it sometimes by myself. Like, I want a relationship with somebody for a reason. We all do, at the end of the day, we're looking for somebody to fulfill and satisfy the vision that we have for our future. And on top of that, once we build the bond and the love that we want, there's an example that we have to set for the family that we're trying to build and the vision that we have to bring to life. So I also like somebody that's hardworking and very determined, that doesn't give up, that is patient, and that always loves to grow. That's just, and please don't leave out the adrenaline junkie and the music. That's just the fun aspect. And I love the fact that she said dance. I would prefer somebody that like sings and does something like with an instrument, or I don't know, because that's just what I like to do. But dancing, teach me, like certain things, like teach me. I love that. It's so sexy when you see somebody dancing like fluidly. Oh my God.
Babe, oh my God.
Oh my God.
If I pull out the videos of him, and let's I love that shit. And Des knows how to dance too.
And one more point. I feel like this is a poly relationship. There is multiple people here. You cannot cater to one individual or whoever you want one day, because we all are present. It is a family unit. We are a tribe. It is not supposed to be singular. And if at any point, like other women in the past have felt that they've only been here for one purpose, it doesn't work, because everybody else would feel at lack, and that's not the vision that we want. We're polyamorous, not polygamy.
And you have to know how to love more than just one person at a time. That's really the whole point of a polyamorous relationship, and whatever dynamic you fall in. Whatever category of poly anyone falls in, that's the whole thing. Loving other people, you know, not just one person, especially if you're in a closed poly. Like, it's not gonna work.
Like, it's not like you're open looking for anybody else. That means that everybody there is meant to love each other, and everybody complements each other in different ways, you know.
Very loving and caring, for sure.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say it, I would prefer an air or fire sign, just because water and earth is a lot, and if we did find you, you'd be a really exceptional catch, because the emotions are a lot.
Yeah, they are.
True.
I like a couple air signs though, and I like a couple water signs too. They just have to be like, it just has to be
mature, just mature. Water signs can be cool, but it's the maturity level of the emotions, because poly can be difficult, especially
have to have your emotions intact and know, you know, like, because
like emotional.
We've had water signs.
Yeah, I don't even think I saw a post the other day. It was like there's a difference between like controlling your emotions and like I forgot what the other word was, but like, because it's okay to be emotional. Yeah, it's okay to be emotional, not even just suppressing them, because I feel like controlling them is a form of suppressing your emotions too. It's more of like understanding your emotions, because once you're able to understand why something triggers you like that emotionally,
you'll be able to communicate it. And,
but that's control. You don't think that's able? See, that's what I feel is emotional control, because you're understanding it. Mm-hmm. You're not embodying it and letting it run your mind, so you're still using your logic, and then being able to understand what the message is and defer where it's coming from, then you're able to find the solution. So that's understanding.
Yeah, sometimes,
you know?
But sometimes people think that they have
people could understand their own like
emotions.
Yeah, they could.
But that's why I said that. That's suppression. There's a difference between control and suppression, because if you suppress your emotions, it's going to overrule you. If you control them in the sense of understanding them, you're able to actually let them out properly. And everybody's going to have them. You need to be able to release properly, because if you don't, then you're not able to communicate with your partner.
Women in general are emotional creatures.
Yeah, women are. So you gotta learn them and realize that it's okay. Just get them out the right way. Get them out with love. Get them out even in the midst of a negative situation. Find the positive in that, or being able to relate that. You know, and that's the hard part. And as women, we're able to help each other, especially with maturity levels and life teaching us certain lessons and stuff. That's kind of why it's beautiful when you complement each other, because mentally you ground each other. Mentally you center each other. That's called womanhood. That's sisterhood. That's being able to help another woman grow. You know, you know, fix her crown.
For sure.
But yeah,
those are our qualities and what we would expect in our fourth. Communication and comprehension is also a big thing as well. You can't leave that out there. You know, someone who can be very communicative and understanding, you know, to not just one perspective, but everybody else's, and be able to come to a common ground to understand what's going on.
Yeah, and I feel like if we find somebody that like, what is I gonna say? Like, something that we lack, because I feel like there's so many of us that even if one of us aren't good at something, one of us is good at it. Like, or like one of us know how to do it.
No, but
like,
have an idea. But that's where we all complement. Like, between us three, like, you may lack in something I may not lack in, just as well as I lack in something that you may not lack in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, to find somebody that is different, like has something different, some type of quality that none of us could like understand, but we could learn from, would be cool too. What it is, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like because there's a lot of things
who could be
that
coachable, like, teachable. You know, to especially a lot of people coming into poly. They've never been in a poly or been in polys and has been like gone through such bad experiences because they didn't know what poly was or how to understand what a poly relationship is, you know, because we've spoken to a few poly couples, and let me tell you, the experiences that they've had, you know, it's just beyond me sometimes, because like the way we're trying to rule and live our poly was totally different, you know, and in the other situations is been like chaotic, or just no understanding or having any goals towards life in general,
being
you know.
patient, because things don't come right away. That's why I said that, you know, because at the end of the day, relationships go up and down, sometimes monogamous, polyamorous, singular, I don't care what it is. But being patient and understanding together gives you the skill to be able to move forward no matter what. And that's really what you need. You need somebody that's going to be persistent, that's not going to give up, that's not going to go ahead and the minute that things get hard, you know, that's how Babe says, it's easy when things are going good, but what happens when it gets hard? Do you give up and run the other way, or I don't give up? No, that's not how you really persist that love. That's not how you really find something genuine and forever unconditional. Like, you must be patient and understanding and loving. And then the nurturing aspect, I feel like is super important too. We didn't mention that. I meant to mention that. I feel like because of the children and because women in general, like, it's just an aspect. You can never have enough.
Yeah, that falls in the category more of like family oriented.
Yeah, right? But then affectionate. You know what I mean? Just like bring it together.
Yeah,
great.
You know, like, comment, subscribe, and what y'all think, and maybe give us some type of qualities you would expect in your person, or if you're in a poly relationship, what are the qualities that you look for?
yeah.
Drop it down below
In the comment section.
Toodaloo, mother beep.
I don't want this gold up on my wrist, I want them diamonds on me glistening. If you ain't talking money, motherfucker, I ain't listening. Niggas gotta die to get some fucking recognition. You don't get respect if you ain't toting no piston, nigga, listen. We both bleed, but we ain't the same. I know real shooters can't be fucking with no lane. Yeah, you want the money and I know you want the fame, but you can't have that shit if you don't even know the game. I'm just saying.